What is up, everybody? My name is Extreme again, and this video is just going to be a bit of a follow-up video from last week's video, which if you haven't seen, it's probably going to be annotation or link in the description. You should go see it. There's some pretty decent tips. But last week's video was just about tips for Call of Duty games in general, because it's Black Ops 2 came out a little bit more than a month ago, and you know what? It's best to just do your best at the game, because usually sucking isn't that fun unless you're sucking with style. That's kind of weird. But yeah, so last week I said I would just give you some general tips at the end, which I didn't have enough time to cover. So yeah, general tips about Call of Duty, and the tips really just fall under the category of don't be stupid, like that right there. I'll explain that. Well, there was no kill cam, but I clearly knew there was a guy up on that ledge, and that place has no cover, so I was kind of stupid to go down there. But those things I'm talking about, using cover like there, checking around walls, and just trying to stay in cover in shadows is a really good way to do it. That probably wasn't too smart, but I did get lucky there. And yeah, just staying in behind cover is extremely smart, because Call of Duty, you only get a few shots off, and if you don't make those shots count, you're screwed, you're dead. And a kill streak, point streak, score streak, whatever you call it, you're gonna be dead, and that's not gonna help your team too much. You won't be able to capture objectives or do your team deathmatch. That'll be a point for the other team. Kill confirmed, they'll be able to capture whatever. It's not going to help your team, so you're not really going to want to die as many times as possible, because it doesn't really help. So, to cure that remedy, using cover is very, very smart, especially when you're fighting long range, because the few bullets that you can fire from long range really do count. They will get a guy's damage down, maybe a teammate can finish them off from behind, or maybe you'll get the kill. Because, of course, from long range, even the slightest bit of recoil will set you off target. So, if you're going to be off target, you might as well be not hittable or hard to hit. Also, using the correct gun for an engagement. This may be the simplest thing to do, but it's the simplest thing said. It's simpler said than done. Of course, you want to get as many kills as possible and do the best as possible, and yeah, get as many kills. So of course, if you see a guy maybe kind of far away, you're gonna be like, hey, if I have an MP7, I kind of want to shoot him, but chances are you might not be able to kill him because it might be a longer range. And say he has an assault rifle. Assault rifles generally should win. Call of Duty doesn't do the best job, but submachine guns usually win over assault rifles usually win over long ranges. So if you have a submachine gun, especially like a Scorpion, you're gonna be out of luck. You're not gonna really be able to shoot someone across the map or at long distances like you would with a TAR or M8 like I'm using here, which M8, by the way, is an amazing gun. If you haven't tried it, you should maybe if you haven't used it, you should maybe try it out. I mean, I hate always saying that this gun is pretty good. I find it personally a good gun. Others may think it's a complete piece of crap. That's your opinion. Good for you. There's probably a gun that you like that I hate. The SWAT gun I dislike that gun very much, but other people seem to use it fine and they kick my ass with it, so good for them. But yeah, using a correct gun for an engagement, like right there, the Rafka probably wasn't the best to take out two people. I should have probably stick to the M8, although even still the M8 isn't the best for close range. It's a 4-round burst assault rifle, and I had just prestiged it too, and I didn't have any attachments on, so this gameplay was actually pretty decent considering I had no attachments or anything. But yeah, keeping your engagements to where you can control it and you will be successful. Yeah, honestly, that's a good way to do it. Just keep it quick scoping. A sniper, no matter how good you are of a quick scoper, you're gonna die eventually at close range. So you might as well just stick out far from long range and shoot them, or close if you're using a submachine gun. Shotgun, definitely close. I don't see any cross map kills with it because it's not possible. But Yeah, just playing relatively smart with your engagements is pretty good. Also, the biggest tip, what makes Call of Duty run, is just being the most obnoxious person when it comes to angle. If you are a whiz at geometry, you should be good at Call of Duty, because if you know how to get people at ridiculously annoying angles from above, from behind, just from anywhere, you will be so successful. It's not even funny. If you take the few seconds to run back around an enemy, and you will be so successful. I can't even put into words. If you take those few seconds to run around an enemy, and he's behind you and he doesn't know you're there, chances are you're gonna get killed, and you're probably not gonna die. If you wow, what a fail! If you catch them in a front engagement, they're probably gonna kill you, or you at least have a higher chance of dying. And that especially is the key to winning battles with more than one say fighters, I guess, enemies, where you have, say, 2 people in front of you. If you try to flank them, you're probably not gonna die, or, I mean, the worst thing that happens is that you get your kills stolen, but I'd rather have both my kills stolen than being screwed and dying a few kills away from a Reaper, or what's it called, I don't know what it's called, Lodestar, and then dying a few kills away from a Lodestar because I decide or losing the 2 kills because I said maybe I should just flank, because now you still have time you're still going to be alive, and if you ran straight in front of them, you might have gone the first guy, but chances are the second dude would have killed you. So, yeah, put your highest priorities straight. Do you want to get the kill, or do you want to go off your kill streak? And nope. I thought that was the good Hellstorm. There's a Hellstorm. It was a quintuple, I believe. Quintuple's 5, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure 5 is quintuple, or at least something like that. But yeah, just Call of Duty is a game where you want to play relatively smart, and I really don't know how to define smart for you. But yeah, if you make just relatively intelligent decisions, you should be pretty damn successful at the game. Also, big one, running kill streaks that fit for you. If you're new to the game, and say this is your first Call of Duty game, chances are if you run a Vita War ship, swarm, and a K9 unit, you're not going to be very successful. Honestly, yeah, if it's the first time you've played a Call of Duty game, chances are you don't know the speed of the game, you don't know how the maps work, the guns work, or how many aspects of the game work, and you're not going to be successful at playing. And honestly, my friend, he was trying to get his KD up. He kept asking me. He's like, oh, how should I get my KD up? I was just like, just use kill streaks that work for you. He was also a KD, and I used to care about my KD. It was like a 1.5 when the game first came out, and then I was just like, all the lag and just BS that goes on, it went down to like 1.4 or something, and I was just like, I really don't care anymore about KD. Honestly, by the end of this game comes out, I'm gonna try to get the right and use the assault shield more. It's probably gonna be like a negative something. I don't know if that's possible or not, but honestly, I really don't care about it anymore. It's just a stupid stat that nerds yell about, and it's kind of not really nerds, but just it's really obnoxious when you hear my KD is higher than yours, so I'm more successful than you. More successful than you in life, and it's just like, you kidding me? You're that ignorant. But yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, but just like, kill streaks are your friend if you're trying to get a better KD, or if you're trying to work your way up to better kill streaks or higher kill streaks. Start using low ones, and then as you are able to as you're able to attain and acquire those lower kill streaks, start bumping it up a notch. One I do recommend, if you're new to the game, is UAV, RC, and Hunter Killer, because they're all low kill streaks, and Hunter Killer and RC cards can pretty much get you at least 1 kill. UAV, you can see people on the map and you can get them within 5 or 6 kills. Pretty easy to get, and then once you're able to get those pretty frequently, maybe bump it up to UAV, Hunter Killer, Hellstorm, Lightning Striker, whatever you may want to do, and if you keep doing that, you should be pretty successful at Call of Duty. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please rate, comment, subscribe. The sub boxes have been messed up earlier, so just check on the channel page for updates.